Hello everyone, I'm Udita Chudasama and welcome to Vitoxygen Academy. In this video, we will learn about one of the basic concepts of computer security, that is authentication. In previous video, we have discussed about the CIA trade, which is the key principle in computer security. And also one of the key principle is the authentication in security. So let us discuss this in detail. So things to be discussed in this video are: first one, what is authentication? Then why we need authentication? And after that, what are the advantages of using authentication? And lastly, some of the examples which are related in day-to-day life for authentication. So first of all, what is authentication? In general terms, authentication is the process or action that proves something to be true, genuine or valid. Now let us see the other definition of authentication, which states that the process or action of verifying the identity of a user or process is termed as authentication, which is in terms of computer security. So I think it is clear that in terms of computer security, authentication means verifying the identity of a user or a process. Now the question arises that how to actually authenticate a message. So now let us see why authentication is important. As computer network is highly prone to security attacks, if there is no authentication process in a network for users or message, then the attacker can enter the network and he might have access to view some important information, or if he manages to enter as an administrative user, then he could have almost total control on the applications of a network. So in computer science, verifying a user's identity is often required to allow access to confidential data or systems. So now let us discuss the advantages of using authentication. It is important because it enables the organizations to keep their networks secure by permitting only authenticated users to access its protected resources, which may include computer systems, networks, databases, websites, or any services. Once the user is authenticated, it is usually then subjected to determine whether the authenticated user should be given the permission to access a protected resource or not. A user can be authenticated, but it can fail to be given access to a resource. So, if that user has permission to access the protected resources, then only the user will be allowed to access the resource. If we want to authenticate a message, what we need is an authenticator. An authenticator is an entity which is used to confirm the identity of a user or a process. Say for example, in the simplest terms, as authenticator can be a common password. Now let us discuss on how to create an authenticator, because authenticator will confirm the details of a user to be true and genuine. There are three functions to produce an authenticator. First one is encryption. The data can be converted into a code that is readable to authorized users only, and this can be achieved through symmetric encryption or asymmetric encryption. Second one is MAC, a message authentication code. It is a piece of information or data which is used to authenticate a message and also to confirm that the message came from the authenticate sender, and also it has not been changed. CMAC or HMAC are the algorithms which can be used to generate a MAC from a message. Third and last one is hash. Hashing is relatively simple to understand. So what is hash? Hash functions are designed to take a string of any length as input and produce a fixed size of hash value. They are used to assure integrity and authentication. MD5 and SHA-1 are the algorithms which can be used to generate a hash code. After knowing authenticator, now let us know on how to authenticate a user. User authentication is the verification of a human to a machine by the transfer of credentials which are required to confirm the user's authenticity. User authentication typically consists of a simple user ID and a password combination, which is to be entered by the user to get himself or herself authenticated. User will enter the ID and password, and authenticator will verify the combination, that whether it is true or not. If yes, then the user will be allowed to have the access to the allowed resources, and if not, then the user will be asked to enter the correct combination. Now let us discuss the factor, or it can also be stated as the facts which leads to authentication. Now these ways in which someone can be authenticated is having three categories. First one is something the user knows, which can have the example of a password or a PIN number. PIN number is a personal identification number. Now something the user has identifies that what any particular thing that is with the user, any hardware component, that is any credit card, debit card or ATM card, which can be used to access the bank account. Last one is the something the user is, which identifies its identity. For example, any fingerprint, retinal pattern or signature or any of the other biometric identifier can be termed as something the user is. So these were the three factors of authentication. Now let us see where we are using authentication in day-to-day life. A common example is entering a username and password when you log in into a website. Entering the correct login information lets the website to know who you are, that it is actually you accessing the website or someone else is accessing the website. While a username or password combination is a common way to authenticate the identity, many other types of authentication also exist. Nowadays, the most common example is using a 4 or 6 digit passcode or PIN to unlock your phone. This one is experienced by all, isn't it? And about that, many smartphones have a fingerprint sensor which allows you to unlock your phone with a simple tap or your thumbprint or any fingerprint also. And sometimes face recognition is also used for authenticating a user. Also, a single password may be recognized or required to log on to your laptop or work computer. Now, every time you check or send email, the mail server verifies your identity by matching your email address with the correct password. Now, this correct password and the mail ID, this information can be saved by the web browser or email program, so you do not have to enter it again and again while you have to send many other mails also. So after this brief discussion on authentication definition and examples, now let us discuss on how to achieve the authentication of a message in cryptographic system. That is, how to ensure that the messages arrive from authenticated user only. So let us assume that we have a sender A and a receiver B. User A has a message M to be sent to the user B. The message to be sent is called as plain text. Sender and receiver both will have their own key pair, that is private key of sender and public key of sender. Also private key of the receiver as well as public key of receiver. Now the message and the private key of the sender will be the input to the encryption algorithm, and the output that will be generated will be known as the ciphertext. Now the ciphertext will travel to the receiver through a channel, and the receiver will have the decryption algorithm to read the original message. Now the ciphertext and public key of the sender will be input to the decryption algorithm, and the output will be the original plain text message that was sent by the user A. Now as we see that the encryption is done using the private key of sender, so it has the authenticity. Why? Because the private key of sender will not be available with anyone else except the sender. So we can assume that the only person who sent this message was the authentic sender or the user A only. So this was all about the topic. Now let's have some quick overview on some of the questions which are related to this topic. First question is define authentication. Second one is what do you mean by an authenticator? Third, give 2 examples of authentication from our daily life. Fourth one is what are the advantages of authenticating any user? Do let us know the answers by writing them in the comment box. So this was the discussion on authentication, which is one of the security principle of computer network. For more such videos, please do subscribe our YouTube channel Bitoxygen Academy and follow us on Instagram at bitoxygen_academy. For any queries, you can write us at info.bitoxygen@gmail.com. Stay connected to Bitoxygen Academy and thank you for watching the video.